welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. Tonight in my home, I'm offering prenatal yoga. If you're joining us and you're not pregnant, that's okay too. So just make sure you have some space around your mat where you can comfortably move. A sticky mat is best. If you have cushions or a bolster, that's great. And we're gonna get started. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position where you can lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, and let's bring hands to our belly this evening. Let your eyes close. Feel your shoulders soften on your back. Feel the crown of your head lift towards the sky. Starting to slow your breathing as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Just keep your mouth relaxed. Teeth can be slightly parted, jaw released. Inhaling to fill your chest and feel your belly expand into your hands. Followed by a nice long exhale and a release. You can introduce a soft Ujjayi breath, which has a gentle constriction at the base of the throat as you exhale. So helping you to draw your attention inward, to relax your neck and shoulders, to release through your face. And using this gesture with our hands to bring a sense of gratitude. So when life is stressful and chaotic and busy, taking little pauses to feel and think of all the things and all the people that we are grateful for. This has a way of shifting our energy and our focus. And certainly, your hands in your belly, you have a baby in there to be grateful for. So you can just rest your hands onto the tops of your thighs now, further releasing the shoulders and the upper back. And feel with the inhale breath that strength and resilience that you have within you, feeling your chest lift and expand out. As you exhale, we ground ourselves, we feel the heaviness of the body, we feel the parts of our bodies that are placing contact with the earth. And this practice is meant to remind you of your resilience, which is key right now. Reminding you of all the things you've overcome in your life in the past, and how strong your body is, and then the mind will follow that. Remembering the power that you have within, that fire, that tapas, as we call it in yoga, that self-discipline to endure, to persevere. So feel your breath travel a little bit more now into the side and into the back body. Expanding your ribs. Exhaling it all the way out. Just feeling a little bit more softness to the body now. You've made the commitment to be here with me this evening, the commitment to show up on your mat and practice, and truly see if you can dedicate this time to remaining present in your body, connected to it, your breath, and also to your baby. And now we can slowly begin to wiggle our fingers gently. And open your eyes, just kind of fluttering them. And then we'll place the palms onto the thighs. Let's do a big roll of the torso, so just nice and smooth. Just kind of waking up the spine and the side body as well as the hips and the back. Excellent, let's go the other way. All place our arms by our sides. Let's do some big shoulder rolls backwards. Really trying to loosen the shoulders, let the shoulders drop onto the back. And let's connect our hands behind us as we slowly begin to straighten the arms. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, and then breathing into the front body. Excellent. We can release our hands. We're going to come to hands and knees. So if you're sitting on a cushion, just move it off to the side for now. And if you need to support your knees with any kind of blanket, feel free to slide that under. And then from tabletop, we're just going to start with a hip sway from side to side. So just kind of loosening the low back and hips, shifting your weight from one side to the other. And I urge you to notice baby's movements throughout the practice. If baby likes something, if baby tends to shift with a certain pose or movement, take note of that. Good stuff. We're going to come back to center and we're going to do some cow pose and some cat pose. So as we inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis, lift the sit bones, feel your chest reach through your shoulders. You can slightly lift your gaze if that feels okay. On your exhale breath, push away from the ground, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and arch your back. Let's repeat that. Inhaling, nice and smooth with the motion. Exhale, complete with the breath, feeling your belly hug in towards baby. Good. A couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, round the back. And last one, let's inhale. And exhale, round up. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine. We're going to stay somewhat lifted in the back with the belly pulled in and bring your knees underneath your hips. So we're going to hover one knee, squeeze your heel in towards your bum, and keep your opposite side nice and still. With that knee, we're going to make some nice big circles. So really slow, as big as you can. Just feeling movement through the hip, feeling your glute work here. And after you've done 2 or 3 in one direction, let's slowly go in the opposite direction. Excellent. And then we can lower that knee down, take a little rest, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Let's reset our hands. We're going to go over to the opposite leg. So hovering the knee, squeeze the heel in towards your bum. Nice big circles. Very slow. As big as you can make them, and as still as you can be on the opposite side. Let's go for 3, and let's go the other way. Excellent. Last one. And then lower the knee and a gentle rock from one side to the other. Okay, we're going to take our hands a little bit further out, spreading the fingers. Try to really press down through your finger pads, your base knuckles. Take your weight back into your hips and your heels. And with the knees nice and wide, let's make our way into downward facing dog. Shifting our weight into our legs. Allow a deep knee bend. And then you can do a slow pedaling of the legs, taking one heel down at a time. And perhaps also just shifting your weight from one side to the other side. Good. Let's take a breath to reach the hips back. And then we can lower ourselves down into a child's pose. So knees are wide, big toes together to touch. Sink the hips back. And then the forehead can either come all the way down to the mat, or you could also stack your fists or your hands to rest the forehead down. The key here is to make sure the neck and the shoulders feel nice and relaxed, so supported in some way. And then take deep breaths into the back body. With each inhale, feeling your ribs expand. As you exhale, feel your hips sink back and your spine lengthen. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready to, we're going to come back into our downward facing dog. If you have a blanket here, you can just move it off to the side. From our downward facing dog, we're going to look up towards our hands, and you're going to step 1 foot forward and wide, And then step the other foot forward and wide, so outer hip distance apart. Press down through your feet. We're gonna inhale and let's rise all the way up to stand. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands down to your heart and release them by your side. So we'll reset our feet and our posture. Feeling our feet right underneath of our hips. With a little scoop under of the tailbone, feel the crown of your head lengthen up. Let's join our hands together at our heart. Shoulders down into the back. You can either gaze forward softly or close your eyes. Connecting down through your toe pads, through all parts of your feet. Grounding, lifting slightly through the legs. Tailbone slightly drawn under, and then feel the crown of your head lift. Strong here in your mountain pose. You want to embody the pose and really feel all parts of our bodies working just as much as we need them to be. We don't have to be super tensed here. We're going to move and flow through some sun salutations, so please just go at your pace. Let's start with our breath and our arms. As we inhale, we're going to reach those arms back and all the way up. As you exhale, let your hands float down and lift your heart towards your thumbs. Inhale, sweep the arms back and up. And exhale, hands come down. We're going to do a half sun salutation now. Let's inhale to sweep the arms. As we exhale, soft bend in your knees, we're going to come forward to just a half forward fold with your heart reaching forward. As you inhale, we're going to turn our toes and knees out. Let's come down to a squat position. If you need to, hands can come out for balance. Now let's use those strong legs to bring us back to that half forward fold. And inhale, sweep your arms to rise up. And hands back to your heart. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, soft bend, let's come forward. Inhale, drop your bum down. Exhale, let's come back to the half forward fold. And inhale, rise up. And hands back to your heart. Good, moving on to full. Let's inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hinge, come all the way forward. Inhale, drop your bum down. As you exhale, we're going to plant our hands down, step your feet back. Right away, let your knees come down. We're going to push off our hands for a modified upward facing dog. Take your hips back, curl your toes under, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to look to our hands. Let's inhale, step our right foot forward wide. Exhale, bring the left foot forward wide. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise up, growing tall and strong. Palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, let's hinge forward. Inhale, drop your bum down. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back. Let your knees come down as we inhale, lengthen your spine, pull your upper arms back. Take your hips back, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, bring right foot forward. Press down as you inhale, rise, opening your heart to the sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands back. Let's do another set. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, back all the way forward. Inhale, drop your bum down. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back. Knees come down, we push off, so feeling strong through the upper body and lower body. Take your hips back, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Look to your hands, inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, bring left foot forward. Press down as you rise up. And hands come back to the heart. We've got one more of these. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale and hinge. Inhale, drop your bum. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. And knees drop, and we're going to lift up. And draw your hips back, curl your toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Look to your hands. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, bring right foot forward. And we'll slowly rise. Bring your hands back down to your heart. And then release them by your side. Just pause for a moment. Reconnect to your breath, slow it down. Notice how your body's feeling, maybe a little bit warmer. Maybe the muscles are pulsating a little bit, that's all good. We're gonna bring our feet slightly closer together, so just about hip distance apart. We're gonna do some standing back bends here. So let's bring our hands to heart center. We're gonna firm our legs, so grounding through the feet. Let's inhale, we're gonna reach our arms up overhead. And then with soft elbows, draw your arms back as your heart lifts towards the sky, feeling strong through your glutes, and just lifting your gaze. We don't have to go big here. Just wanna feel lengthened, tall, and strong. And then we'll come back to center, release your arms by your side, and just roll your shoulders back. Good stuff. So we're gonna do a flow through chair pose. This is gonna get gradually longer with our holds so that we can really feel the strength that we have in our legs and sort of time our breath to the amount of time that we're holding the pose. So we're gonna start with our feet just as they are, toes pointing forward. We're gonna have a hip hinge, so hips are gonna go back, knees are gonna stay over the toes. Most of your weight's gonna be back in your hips and in your heels. You're gonna feel your belly, hug baby in with your heart lifted, and then go ahead and reach those arms up. So you're gazing between your hands. The first one we're not gonna hold very long, we're gonna gradually increase the time. Good, let's just straighten our legs and release your arms down. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale it out. Let's do that again. Hinge back. Weights in the heels. Hug baby in. Reach your arms up. Nice deep breath. So your drishti gaze is right between your hands, nice and soft. It's going to help you hold. Continue to inhale, nice and smooth. Long, slow exhales. Let's go for one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good stuff. Straighten your legs. Bring your arms by your side. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, one more time. So muscles are getting warm. Let's hinge back. Weights in your heels. Hug baby in. Reach your arms up. Gaze between your hands. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Keep your shoulders down in your back. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go for one more. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome job. Straighten your legs. Relax your arms by your side. Take an inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Excellent. Let's step one leg back, nice and wide here with our stance. We want to line up our front heel to the arch of our back foot. And I want you to go not overly wide with your feet, but fairly wide. And I want you to be able to still hug those legs in. So energetically feel like your heel is trying to draw towards that back foot. So feeling your inner thighs working, squeezing your butt muscles a bit. Let's take those arms up into a T position with your gaze just over your front middle finger. So shoulders down, extending out through your fingertips. Feeling almost like you're trying to press down against some kind of force here. Good, keep breathing. We're gonna hold this a little bit longer. I really want you to feel that endurance that you have, trusting your body that it will sustain you, using your breath to help see you through. And we're gonna add in some movements here. So we're gonna take an inhale to lengthen out. As you exhale, the front leg's gonna straighten. Reach your arms up, squeeze. Inhale, bend the knee, push down. Exhale, pull up. Again, we're trying to resist against something. One more time, inhale. Good stuff. Exhale, reach up. Let's bend that front knee down again. Push down through your hands. We're gonna bring the front forearm down, barely resting on that thigh, so really rely on your legs here. Sweep your back arm up overhead with your gaze underneath your arm. Really feel strong in your foundation. You can take a hand mudra here, maybe joining your index and thumb pads. If you sway a little bit, that's okay. Keep coming back to your center. Good, we're gonna push down through our feet. Come all the way back up to your warrior two. And then you can relax your arms for a moment. We're gonna straighten the front leg, turn your toes to the side, and then tuck your heels in. So you wanna lift in our arches, Feel like your outer edges of your feet are pressing down. We're gonna bend our knees so they go over our toes. Scoop your tailbone, feel your heart lifted. Let's come to goddess pose. So arms out in cactus, shoulder blades sort of crisscrossing on your back. Try not to arch here, so keep your ribs drawn in. Lift your gaze. Really connect down through your feet and your legs. Lots of endurance here. We're just gonna hold this and breathe. Keep your breath and your face soft. You can do this. I know you can. You know you can. Just find that faith. Good. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. You did it. Relax your arms, straighten your legs. Our front foot now is going to turn to the side. Our other foot's going to turn right to the top of our mat, coming into a warrior 2 on this side. So let's bend that front knee. Once again, feeling your arches lift, squeezing your butt muscles. Take your arms into T, extending out through those fingers. So exaggerate a little bit with the muscle tension in the lower body. You feel like you're pressing down on that imaginary resistance. Good, let's stay a little bit longer. I know the legs are starting to get tired, but you can do this. And we're going to add in that movement again. So let's inhale. We're going to reach up overhead. As you exhale, slowly bend the knee and press the arms down. Good. Let's reach up. And let's inhale to come down. 2 more times. Let's exhale. And inhale. Good. 1 more. Come up. And reach those arms out. Relax your arms. We're going to straighten that front leg, turn our toes in. Let's come to goddess 1 more time. Bring your heels in, bend your knees, scoop that tailbone under, hug baby in, arms in the cactus, lift your gaze. You've got this. Inhale. Good. Feel all the muscles working that you need to sustain this pose. You can do it. I know you can. Give me 2 more breaths. Good stuff. Relax your arms, straighten your legs. Let's heel toe our feet towards each other. And I'm going to step back to the top of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of balancing. So if you're feeling wobbly, if your legs are already tired, feel free to bring a hand onto a wall for this sequence. So we're going to start with one ankle crossing over the opposite thigh with that knee turning out and the foot flexed. Bring your hands into prayer position to help you with your balance. Hip hinge, just like we did in our chair pose. You don't have to go too deep, but if you fix your gaze, that's going to help here with your balance. Excellent. Let's rise back up. So let's lift that right knee and see if we can not put the foot down. We're going to reach that heel back, moving into a warrior 3. So back leg really strong. You don't have to come very low. You can stay up high, but really feel your glute flexed, your heel reaching back. And let's take those arms by our sides. So feeling your triceps engage, your upper back muscles squeezing towards each other. Good. Let's come all the way back down. Shake out that standing leg or do some ankle circles. Okay, we got the other side. Here we go. Let's cross the ankle. After this, we're going to be done with standing, I promise. Hands to prayer position, hinge back. Good. Gazing forward. Training our body for pregnancy to carry our babies and extra weight and fluids. Training our bodies to give birth. Training ourselves to carry our babies and become mothers and do all these things we need to do for our babies. Good, let's rise up nice and slow. Go really controlled here. Press that heel back. Extend out through the crown of your head. You've got this. Breathe. If you want, you can extend those arms back, feeling the strength that you have in the back body. Excellent, you did it. Lower the foot down, shake out your standing leg, ankle circles. Okay, so we're gonna do a deep squat now. We're done with all that strength work. If you have a cushion or a pillow or a yoga block, I recommend that you use it for underneath your pelvis. And what we really want to focus on is when we come down, so toes out on a slight angle, our tailbone's going to reach back, and we slightly use that support as we lean forward. Shoulders down in the back. So we don't want to be in our couch sitting position tucked under. Let's lean forward, reach the tailbone back. Still connecting down through our feet and our legs, still strong, but with that little bit of support, you can relax your shoulders. You can even close your eyes. Just feel how empowered you are in this moment. Knowing that you can do difficult things, you can get through it, and you can feel stronger when you come out the other side. It's okay, and it's encouraged to feel proud of yourself when you overcome difficult things. And always knowing that you're supported, you're not alone. So we're just going to transition out of this. You can release your hands, lift your hips up. We're going to tuck our feet under. We're going to come to a kneeling position. So if you don't have support underneath of you, if you're comfortable bringing your hips all the way down, you can do that. Otherwise, feel free to kind of curl your toes under and sit back onto your heels. And relax your shoulders, sit up nice and tall. So everything's really relaxed through the neck and the face. You can close your eyes once again. And in this position, we can feel the center of the chest, the sternum, lifting up as we feel the collarbones lengthening, bringing this sense of pride and accomplishment. Being pregnant and giving birth, these are not easy things, but you can do it. And when you do, you should feel that sense of accomplishment. You should draw strength and power from those things, those experiences. Good. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale it out. You can open your eyes. And we're carefully going to come up off our cushion. I'm going to take it off to the side once again. And we're going to do a little bit of movement that's going to make the hips feel really good, hopefully for bedtime soon. So we're going to take one leg out in front at about a 90-degree angle, and the back leg pretty much in the same position behind us, just so that your hip is comfortable, the knee and the ankle are comfortable. You're going to flex both feet. And with this front leg, we just want the thigh to go to the outside of the body, not directly in front of the body. So we don't want the belly to be compressed. Hand out on the outside of the knee, other hand on the outside of the foot. Sit up nice and tall. And the movement with an inhale is we hinge forwards. The entire pelvis goes forward. We have our hands there for support. And as we exhale, we're going to push off our hands and lift up nice and tall. Good. Inhale once again, come forward. Feel that stretch maybe in your groin, your hamstrings. Exhale, come up, maybe in your outer hip. One more time, we'll come forward. And exhale and push up. Now we're going to switch to just one finger on each hand and come forward. So a little bit less support in the upper body, forcing the lower body to engage a little bit more. Still feeling a stretch, but also creating some strength and stability in the pelvis. Good, let's do one more on your fingertips. And then you have the option if you want to stay with fingertips, or you could try no hands, coming forward, maybe a little bit less range here. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, come up. Excellent. So let's take that back leg, sweep it around, take the other leg out, give everything a little shake, and then we'll switch over to the other side. Take time to set yourself up. Make sure that back, knee, and hip are comfortable. Ankle is padded. Hand on the outside of the knee, outside of the foot. Feet are flexed. When you're ready, let's inhale to hinge and exhale to lift, nice and tall. Inhale, hinge with the entire pelvis, and exhale, rise up. Good, let's do one more. Inhale and hinge. Exhale and rise, switching to one finger on each hand this time. Inhale. Exhale and rise up. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And now switching to fingertips down can remain or hands in prayer position. Pressing up. Good. Come forward. And up. Let's do one more on this side. Good. Take hold of the back leg, sweep it around. Take the other leg out. Give everything a little shake, shake, shake. And then we're going to do a little bit of stretching for groin and hamstrings. So take one leg out to the side, bend your opposite leg. The leg that's out to the side can be more into a V. Should be engaged with your toes and knee pointing up. The bent leg, just comfortable in whatever position works for you. And feel both sides of your pelvis rounding down. So we're going to lengthen up nice and tall. And with the side body of the extended leg, we're going to keep that length. Bring your hand down to the inside of that leg. Open up from shoulder to shoulder, and then reach that arm up overhead. Gaze towards your fingertips. Couple breaths here. Just breathe into wherever you feel tension or resistance. Breath is nice and full. Can you hold for one more inhale? And as you exhale, pressing into that bottom hand, slowly rise. We're going to take the bent leg, bend it, or the straight leg, bend it, and then switch it up. Growing nice and tall, foot is flexed, lengthen through both sides of the waist. We'll place the hand down. Feel nice and long from shoulder to shoulder, and reach the other arm up overhead. Beautiful, nice deep breaths here. Here we go, press into that bottom hand. Let's rise all the way up. Take that straight leg, release it out with the bent leg. Give it a little shake. And we're gonna do one more pose here before we relax. So we're gonna have the soles of our feet down, about at or hip distance apart. Hands are behind you, palms are flat with the fingers facing your body. Just start by pushing off your hands and feel your heart lift as your shoulders pull back. Just lifting your gaze, feel that stretch in the front of your shoulders and chest. And you're welcome to stay here, or you can press down to your feet. And as you lift your hips, squeeze your butt muscles, feel your legs nice and strong, and just gaze past your belly. Beautiful. And slowly lower your hips down. And we'll take our knees all the way over to one side. And all the way over to the other side. Good, one more time. And over to the other side. Perfect. So we're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana now. If you have a bolster or cushions and you want to create an incline for you to lie back, feel free to do that. If you don't have that with you, you can certainly side lie. I'm going to show both options. So with the bolster or cushions, you just want them on an incline. So something underneath like another cushion or a yoga block would work. And then you're going to come from your side with your hips nice and close and then roll to your back. And you have the option, of course, of extending your legs or keeping them bent. If you don't have those items with you this evening, you could just come to a sideline position and perhaps use something underneath your head, like so. Or even just placing your arm underneath, using your bicep like a pillow, and making sure you're comfortable like that. Whatever works best for you. I love the incline, so if you can get your hands on a bolster or just bring some couch cushions next time, you can enjoy it as well. Okay. So lowering yourself down, really ensure that your body is as comfortable as can be. Oh, if you have an eye pillow like I do, they're wonderful. They smell great as well. So make all those little adjustments, maybe placing something warm over your body or on your feet. If you can, if it's comfortable to do so, take your palms to the sky. And let's take a couple breaths. We're going to take an inhale through the nose, And we're going to take an exhale through the mouth and just let your jaw release, let your body melt down. Here we go. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. So allowing yourself to relax deeply, taking comfort in the work that you've done this evening on your mat, for your body, your mind, your spirit. And perhaps after this evening, noticing a little bit more when the self-doubt creeps in. When we create a narrative that perhaps isn't supporting us, perhaps creating doubt, fears, and remembering this time where you challenged your body, where your body did not disappoint, where you had your breath there like a longtime friend holding your hand and guiding you. Remembering all those times in the past where you overcame very difficult things, and know that this is just perhaps one of those things. Slowly feel your breath deepen. Feel your fingers and your toes softly move. See if you can take a little bit of this peacefulness and calm into the rest of your evening, or maybe to bed. You don't have to move very quickly, and you're welcome to stay where you are. If you're ready to come up, just come to your side first. So kind of shifting your hips and rolling, unless you're already on your side. And then just stay here for a couple more breaths. Use your arm strength to bring you back up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Let's join hands together at our heart. Close your eyes, bow your head. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace to the body, peace to the mind, and peace to the spirit. Raise your hands to your forehead. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful rest. Take care.